All right. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this once. Okay? This is ridiculous. I've been on here, and I've been watching videos about the homeless thing and what's going on in Washington, D.C. Number one, Washington, D.C. is a District of Columbia. It's not even part of America. Why are we giving taxes to the District of Columbia? D.C. has not closed the damn place off. You mongrels who live up there and work up there, you deal with, this is ridiculous, this war on homelessness. Here's the problem, though. Most of you creators out there, most of you people, you're not doing anybody any service because you're still skirting around why the problem. You're sitting there saying, you're still using their narrative. The government and the mainstream narrative is that all people who are homeless are either crazy or on drugs or alcohol and all other things. And you're skirting around the actual problem. And they'll sit there and say, this is where they skirt. They'll say, and lately all the homeless, well, where is the homeless coming from? Nobody is addressing that. Nobody's addressing that the rents are going so high that people who used to live in those homes are now living in tents. You don't want to address that, do you, Washington, D.C.? No. You don't want to address how high mortgages are and people are losing their home. You don't want to address that, do you, Trump? You don't want to address the fact that people are losing their jobs and don't have money and are depending on their Social Security or whatever. They can't afford anything. Food is going up. So you tell me, Mr. President, why is it you have one glove and everybody fits that one glove? You're homeless because you lost your apartment. That's not the narrative. You're homeless because there's something wrong with you. That is bullshit, and I'm going to tell you all something. If you people, you Trumpers, you MAGA fools, okay, if you actually believe this is a good thing, not only are you deaf, dumb, and blind, you are deaf, dumb, and blind. I guess there's no other term for that, is there? What I'm saying is that this is ridiculous. What if you lose your job and you lose your home and you're out in the street and they attacked you? I was all for Trump. Well, he does not all for you. It's not even about Trump. It's about a new world order. It's about a spiritual kingdom in which they're trying to make on earth above and beyond God. And it's not going to work. They will have their short season. They will do everything they're going to do. But eventually, God is going to make his move. But right now, we can't fight against what's going to happen. But you can't sit back and sit there and say it's okay. Okay? And most of y'all, like I said, you creators, shut up. There's a lot of you creators out there who are not saying anything. You're actually probably being paid by the narrative that say that they're all homeless because they're crazy and stuff. People need help. Yeah, people don't need what you're trying to give them. If a person is homeless, if I were homeless, I don't do needles. If anything, maybe I might smoke a joint every once in a while, but I am not an alcoholic, I am not a drug addict, and nor am I crazy. At least I don't believe I am. I hope that I believe that I'm in my right scruples. But here's the thing. You creators out there are worthless. Unless you start attacking exactly what they're doing, you're worthless. Shut up, okay? I don't want to hear nothing from any of you creators who are skirting around the whole thing. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. Because you people are idiots. All you people are political puppets, and all you puppets who are talking heads on here, who talk, for the government. I don't care what side you're on. You're puppets. You are not saying anything worthwhile. Okay? You are not saying anything any different than Fox Network and CNN. Okay? You know, you got all your paid puppets out there who left Fox Network. You know a couple of them that are out there. You guys listen to them. Then you got the little bald head. I don't even want to mention their names. I know who they are. That bald-headed guy does his little podcast, and everybody, he's in this. He believes in God, and then he believes in aliens, and he believes in flat Earth, and he believes in round Earth, and he believes in he's just all over the place. He don't believe in shit, or that's what he believes in. I'm mad. I'm angry. This is ridiculous. I am tired of being in a world of a bunch of crazy people who are controlling it. I am tired of being in a jungle where a bunch of baboons are running it. That's what's going on. I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican. The people on the hill are a bunch of baboons. They need their asses kicked, and they need to be taken out of office. As a matter of fact, like I said, the District of Columbia, Washington, D.C. isn't even part of America. Go look it up in your history, okay? Unless they changed it. You know how AI is changing stuff, and you guys are just falling for it and believing it. If someday they said that the South won in the Civil War, you guys would believe it. That's when they bring back slavery again, and it's white and black, and they'll sit there and say, yeah, we had slaves white and black. You know, they'll change everything. There's your Mandela effects. I'm flabbergasted. By the way, I'm sorry, my other camera, I don't like it. I gotta work on the volume. It's got its own microphone, and it looks great, but I can tell by my last video I didn't want to do it over. If you guys had trouble hearing it, I apologize, but I know it was a little off. This one's a better camera and also it's a system speakers and stuff. You got to go into your BIOS and change stuff, and my computer's already messed up, so I can't do it. I like the other pictures from the camera, but it ain't working. So anyway, I'm saying all that, man. Yeah, really. Pray for these poor people. I mean, what they're doing to everybody right now, and if they do it in the District of Columbia, and then they decide they're going to do it in the actual United States of America, okay, then, you know, then they're going to do it to everybody. Because Trump wants no blemishes on his he wants Washington, D.C. to look good. Crime has always been in Washington. Crime has always been in New York. Crime has always been in California. Crime has always been in Chicago. I can name every city. There's always been crime. How come it's more than it was before? Because when you make policies that destroy the lives of people, then people have no other choice but to destroy themselves. You don't give them any other choice. You like putting people up against the wall. You oligarchs of Washington. TNT. Dynamite. That's what I think. All of Washington. Get rid of it all. Just puff. Like they took down the towers. The federal government took down the towers. Not some Arabs wearing rags on their head from Iraq. Okay? American took down towers. Demolition took down towers. I could go on and on. You want to go all the way back then? Abraham Lincoln was killed by his own people. Kennedy was assassinated by the federal government because he wanted to expose the Masonic order. But no, they had to get rid of him. Ridiculous. Derby Jack out. Disgusted. See y'all on the other side.